Ahoy, y'all, and welcome to the MrMaple Show. I'm here with my brother Tim. We're the owners of Buchholz Nursery as well as MrMaple. Let's show you around Buchholz Nursery a little bit, some cool, exciting plants.
We're going to talk about exciting plants. You see that right there? That's a super dragon. Ooh. Guys, mystic Mikawas right there. We are filling this place up with cool plants.
Hot tamale in the mix, guys. There's a lot of things in production. Arctic Blast, that's a new variegated selection. There's so many crazy plants here at Buchholz Farm, and we're just adding to. Kind of the marriage of MrMaple and Buchholz are a fun one, because what we can do here is send cool plants to them and get cool plants from them. So we're going to keep running this place as a wholesale farm.
Check those kryptonites out.
I love the colors some things get on them out here. It's like a candy store.
See, they're getting some Mila out there in production as well. Oh, Shirayuke no Mei.
That is a white stemmed Japanese maple in production out there from Japan. Insane. Beniyukikumos, Milas. it's all going on. There's no breaks. All the breaks are off.
Triflormarium.
Right.
I mean, guys, what we're doing here is we're focusing on getting the coolest plants out there to really get them in production. And that's the name of the game, is cool plants in higher numbers.
Now here's the original Bloody Talons. Just a showstopper. Again, I don't have any for sale this size, but there's some big ones back here. These are 10 to 15 years old, even the smaller ones you're seeing in this set. The original one was found in the 90s, and it's still this small, like 2.5 by 2.5 feet tall.
Dense compact habit, cups downward like talons. Looks a little bloody. Talons also known for being very sharp in his blog, and so it really
what a nice
fits.
Pivot there you made.
It really fits for Talon Buckholz Bloody Talon.
He watches our videos, you know that.
Oh, I know.
He thinks the funniest thing is when this guy was screwing up calling it Bloody Buckholz. This guy kept calling it Bloody Buckholz, and he got a good kick out of that. He's like, please don't Bloody Buckholz. But awesome plant. And guys, we've been upping the numbers on this.
Guys, this is the one I was thinking about possibly putting the name of Green Lantern on. This is a strongly reticulated lace leaf.
This blew us away. Of course, we went and grabbed green filigree, set it around it, and there was no comparison. The colors were just outstanding. We're giving you more here than we showed you even in the top 5 most outrageous plants, part 1 and 2 at Buckholz. So we're just going to keep showing you around things that got us fired up. Now, this is one I named for my daughter Tinsley. This is Acer palmatum Daddy's Girl.
Yeah, Daddy's Girl has the small leaves and strong variegation. There's a photo I took of Mom with Daddy's Girl whenever they came to visit.
I'm glad you got your hand in there so you can see how small that foliage is, because you just watch it, you think like, oh, okay, another Rhinotype, then wham.
Wham, Acer Shirasanum, Yellow Canary.
Man, the hits keep coming, guys. There's our plan is to take everything we like and just turn it out. So Yellow Canary, another insane introduction by Talon Buckholz.
Look at the red stemming on that.
Huge foliage too, big, almost japonicum size foliage on this. I love it. It's just glows.
It struck me in the landscape, in the garden. When I saw this, I was like, wow. Oh, Acer japonicum, Meiku Nishiki.
This one got big results when we had it in our first top 5 most outrageous plants at Buckholz. Everybody kind of screamed. I was even purchasing the nursery when I first saw this one. I mean, I got down on my knees almost and begged Talon for one. It was like such a game changer for me. This got me as excited as any new plant I've seen lately. A variegated Maiku Jaku that's reticulated. Guys, we got it in production. There are many grafts of this getting potted up right now into 1 gallons.
There's many getting potted up at MrMaple and at Buckholz.
Right. When we find something we like, man, we get it going. We've been turning out the numbers on this in summer and winter grafts. They're in production. They'll be coming available. This will first hit MrMaple. If we get the numbers up enough, they'll be in wholesale as well.
Guys, next up, we've got Acer palmatum Starry Skies.
Another introduction by Talon Buckholz. Probably a sister seedling to eye candy. This one can just turn all white. It's crazy. I love this plant. It's a little bit more dwarf than a lot of the other ones. Very dense. It can get a white out hue to it even in the early spring. That is just insane. One of my favorite Higashiyama style Japanese maples.
It reminds me of, you said white out. It made me remind me of, like, you know how the football teams will say, everybody wear white. We wear white out.
Here we got Flying Daggers, Acer pubipalmatum. This is a MrMaple introduction we sent him. Actually has some seeds on it. We've been collecting seeds on this for the last few years. We've been grafting it too. When we first found this tree, it was around the same time as Hot Blonde. We didn't expect it to get a Mikawa Yatsubusa-like form to it. So pretty crazy for a pubipalmatum with those elongated leaves to then form into this tight, dense dwarf.
As a seedling, I thought it was going to be a pubipalmatum version of like a Beniotaki. I mean, that's what it was looking like as a seedling, and then just tightened up and turned into a dense, compact habit. I mean, for a Pubi palmatum, it's one of the first dwarf selections. One of the first selections overall, but for a dwarf, I mean, there's nothing else like it.
Guys, this thing will hit some Osakazuki like pink-red fall colors. This one may even rival Hot Blonde for the pink-red in the fall.
And here we've got the original Acer palmatum Pinky.
Yeah, I shot this as many times as possible with my phone when I'm out there every single time. It's been put into a box now to let it grow. The original rootstock was trimmed up a little bit. We do have it in production. It's a little tricky. We're looking at different ways to produce this one. I'm going to set aside some Mikawa Etsubusa seedlings this year and graft into it.
Snow Kitten, Yukiyama, Yamayuki. Wow.
Yeah, this is a block that just makes everybody kind of drop their jaw when you see this.
Mom about had a heart attack when she walked in there. She was like, "Oh my goodness!"
She couldn't quit talking about it. I mean, it's quite striking. These are 7 gallons, so a lot of people ask when these are going to be available. We use this to produce over 500 snow kittens back from. So whether you call it Yukiyama, Elmer, Snow Kitten, whatever you want to call it, these are our stock block there at Buckholz. We'll keep chopping these bad boys up and making you more and more snow kittens.
Yeah, I mean, the variegation on these are just crazy because we've been pruning on them. And that's one of the things about this tree I always tell people, make sure to prune to promote that variegation.
I threw this one in some shorts, so we'll see how much we actually cover here, but we pull out a lot of Mikawa seedlings. I love that yellow.
One.
Yeah, that thing's nuts. There's some variegated ones right up here. There's just a lot going on. We pulled some of our favorite reds and variegated ones to the side. We go through thousands of Mikawa Etsubusa seedlings every year. Any of the ones that don't have that Mikawa tightness, they get culled away from this, and then the ones that make the cut go to different levels of evaluation. This one's just nuts. This is a Mikawa seedling with a sport on it like Pinky. We're hoping with some of that green in there, we can get a geisha gone wild. We can isolate that and graft it and have a little bit of green in the pink that'll actually have enough chlorophyll to feed itself.
Check out all those Mikawa Etsubusa seedlings.
I put up that short and some people said it must be fall color. Nope.
Guys, here's a witch's broom on Shishigashira.
Those are in production here at MrMaple and at Buckholz. A dwarf compact Shishigashira broom.
And a couple Taki's Wonder out there. Oh, that's me going around selecting through the ones that I wanted to keep. Guys, you see all these cool plants? We're going to be producing tons of these. These are our rootstock. So this is what we're going to be grafting to.
We're gearing up to do over 60,000 grafts this summer just on palmatum. We sped it up through here. I feel like I'm in the speeded up machine. These are just palmatums, some of these areas. So that's just the palmatum grafts we're going to be doing. That is insane to do 60,000. We're going to be hitting over 100,000 if you count overall grafts this summer.
I mean, everywhere you turn, we've got more rootstocks because we are pushing it. I mean, our goal is to provide enough grafts for Buchholz Nursery and MrMaple and be able to really amp up production with all these cool new plants that we've been showing you.
Yeah, I was talking to Larry Stanley the other day about that Conifers signing meeting, and he said, man, y'all really better up production. I said, well, Larry, we're about to do 60,000 summer grafts. And he said, oh, is that everything? And I said, just palmatum. And his jaw about hit the ground. You know, he's like, oh my gosh. Well, I don't need to tell you then. This is a whole nother house just of rootstock. So we got the rootstock going on. The liners on the right over here are all potted up by now, actually. Those are all in 1 gallons. But yeah, you can see what's going on here, guys. We got a lot going on. A lot of stuff in production for sure.
Oh, this is Ibo Juhi, one of the dwarf pine bark types.
Introduction by Bob Baltzer, one of Talon's mentors. Cool plant, getting that been into production again. There's a lot of treasures around here.
That was a purple curl. And look at these fair hairs high grafted. I mean, these fair hairs here are going to produce a lot of good signwood for us to do some summer grafting on. Down here, more purple curl.
If you hadn't watched that walkthrough already with Mom and Dad, definitely go check it out. It's just a heartfelt one. One of my favorite accomplishments, I would say, in all of Maples is getting to take Mom and Dad out here and show them this place. They were awestruck at getting to see Buchholz Nursery, and it was just so much fun to share that with them, let them see this place, and just enjoy it. I mean, my dad was just kind of overwhelmed. There's Dad. There's actually some footage from that time as well. But Dad was just almost overwhelmed at the size of the nursery. He was joking with us and just at the size it had gotten.
Matt was just touching some hot rod here, some hot chicken right here. We're getting all of our introductions out there, trying to get them from Shazam. You see some Mystic Jewels back there behind it.
All the greatest hits all the time. That's the end game here, guys. So if it's a hitter, it's getting in production. Here's a red Jaguar. Picking only the most premium variegated ones of those.
When it comes to Japanese maples, our plan is to offer the coolest, the best, the most amazing. This is one called Squirt. Acer palmatum Squirt.
That's a weird one, yeah. But gonna be popular for bonsai though. It reminds me a little bit of Kintaro-san. It's a massive Lillian's Jewel. Some Lillian's Jewel you can hide in.
I mean, I don't think there's enough signwood there on the Lillian's Jewel because that is such an amazing
Check out
plant.
these dove trees. These are Lady Sunshine. There's just so much color. It's ridiculous. There's so much going on out here at Buckholz Farm. Again, this farm's going to remain wholesale, but one of the beauties of it is that with the symbiotic relationship with MrMaple, we can bring y'all some of the best plants first here and get all the best stuff there so that they can be produced and sold wholesale there. So I hope you enjoy getting to see kind of behind the scenes of our wholesale farm. You know us, we love talking about plants, so whenever possible, we're going to get you out here and show you around, show you where the magic's happening. And we're going to be using this place to increase our quality and what we do here at MrMaple. So we're growing bigger, faster, better plants. And it's only going to benefit y'all. I think it's going to be a lot of fun as we continue to kind of push the envelope.
I mean, our goal here is to offer the coolest, the most amazing, and best plants to you, mail order, and across the country to garden centers.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Take care
God bless.
and have a great day.